All right, so clearly this video is about technical analysis. With my strategy, it's really not too much to explain. Sometimes I will draw some consolidation boxes, or I will draw some support or resistance areas, but that's pretty much it. This video is just for the trades that I'm looking to get in this week. I do this every Sunday, and I do this every time I wake up. I check the trades and I take stuff off my bookmarks list or add stuff. Before I get started, I've gotten 300, almost 300 plus subscribers in the past 2 weeks. And I did YouTube before this. I ain't never get that. So that's cool. And then I'm almost at 10K views too. That's the first too, but it's cool. So, but so y'all understand, I just want to say thank you for that, because I always wanted to do YouTube and stuff, but now it's working, so it's cool. But these purple ones, the purple ones are ones that don't have alerts on them. I have pairs on most of my alerts. I bought the little $14 thingy for 10 alerts. I'm not going to pay more than that because it's going to give me more alerts. And you can see I only trade a few pairs. So it's not worth it for me to get the extra one if I'm not even going to use all the alerts. But and then not purple. Red means I'm in the trade. So if you do see red in one of my videos, I'm currently in that trade. And yellow means I'm watching it. So let's get started with the pairs. It's probably going to be a quicker video just because, like I said, it's just looking at the indicators, drawing some consolidation boxes occasionally support and resistance. But most of the time, I'll look at my indicator. The people in my signals chat, they will be getting these trades most likely, because whatever I trade, you will be trading it also. So don't come to me complaining, because whatever I trade, you're going to trade it. Another thing with the signals, clearly we're over 10 people. Like I already had subscribers before the little discount thing. Clearly we're over 10 people, max limit, like at the $25 subscription. I'm going to give it till Wednesday, and after Wednesday, I'm cutting it off, and I'm taking off the option to subscribe at 25. So after Wednesday night, it'll be back to 50. So that's just a heads up. If you didn't get in, you had your chance at the lower price. Not my fault. I gave y'all a chance. So let's get started with the video. So I've done this video about twice already, but I noticed that I use my iPhone to record the mic, the audio, because my computer audio is trash. So I realized that my iPhone wasn't even recording, so it's fine, but it's recording now, so we're good. This one right here. Now I can tell right here, this is a double top. Basically, that's just a respected resistance area. So if I can get this box out, okay. And yeah, it respected it over here also, but we're not worried about that right over here. I'm gonna draw a box because it's never aligned. And I draw it a little bit over the wick. It's never aligned, just to be safe. It's never aligned, this area, so please draw a box. So that is a respected resistance zone. So right here, it's kind of close to double bottom, but with these long wicks, it kind of looks like it's ready to change momentum. So most likely right here, as you can see, this is also, it'd be hitting right here. Yeah, that's also one. But I just focus on the top when I focus on the reversal. So most likely with this, The Lux oscillators, it's in the middle, not a good place for me to get in a trade. I usually like to get in at the top of the Lux oscillator somewhere. Most likely, I'm not going to get in this trade. It's not going to be on my watch list just because I don't really like the way the Lux oscillator looks. It's not at the bottom, it's at the top-ish. I'm not really feeling it. If I were to get into this trade, which I'm probably not, I would probably wait for a reversal and try to get in as a buy. But if the Lux oscillator is lagging behind a little bit, most likely you wouldn't get in that trade. So we could just skip over that one. This one right here is in a downtrend. Nothing too special with here. It's kind of following the 200 and kind of coming close to it. So most likely with this one, the 200, the 10 PP signal is at an angle. So it looked like it's finna, start turning back around because usually it's straight down. Same thing right here. It went at an angle, changed up, and then reversed. So most likely right here, this is going to be on my watch list. But with this one, I'm going to be waiting for the 10 PP signal to change green like it has done previously, and then I will be looking for a sell on this one. So this one is going to be a sell, but I'm going to be waiting for the 10 PP signal to change back green because as you can see, that little edge right there, same thing, kind of same thing right here. I'm going to wait for it to turn back green. Once it turns green, I'm going to wait for it to turn back blue, and once it gets into the blue, I'm getting in as a sell, if it allows me to. But with this one, I'm going to be kind of watching because I'm not going to stay in it too long, just because if I don't get in at the top right here when it's first changing, I get in, but not for very long. Like that's probably going to be like a half a day trade, if that, maybe a day at the most. So this one is a sell. Definitely, I'm looking for a sell once it reverses. And another thing, you don't have to. I see a lot of people. They have my strategy, then they have other indicators on top of it. A lot of the times, a lot of your indicators will tell you the same things. Like you have two different indicators, but they all say the same thing. Like sometimes everybody goes through the phase where you just want to have stuff on your screen to make you look a bit smarter. But it's just going to confuse you in the end. That's why I don't do my old strategies, because if you looked on those, I was looking super smart because those are all the way complicated. So just, you don't need all the indicators. It doesn't matter. You don't have to show off for anybody. This one right here, the Lux oscillator is at the top, but it is kind of going back and forth from green to blue. I don't really like that. I like a smooth transition. So with this one, clearly I would probably be looking for a sell, just because you can see how long this trend was. It's pretty exhausted in my opinion. So right here, I'm looking for a sell, and I think it's going to be a lot of sells this week that I'm looking for. I tend to do better on sales anyway. I don't know. I just like to sell stuff. It's just better. I don't know why. But this one right here, trend's kind of exhausted in my opinion. So I'm gonna be looking for a pullback, reversal. Most likely it won't come instantly. It'll probably take a day or two. But also this is coming up to could be resistance zone. Coming up to a resistance area, and it's going all the way back here. So what a pretty good resistance zone is coming up. So most likely you could probably, the people who do scalp, you could scalp this trade probably on a 30-minute or the 15-minute and get in as a sell coming down on this pullback. But wait till it closes. What is this right here? But you're gonna have to wait till this, if it does even come up here, wait till it closes out and then comes back in. That's when you can scalp it a little bit just to get a better position. But this one, if I do get in, I'll be looking for a sell. Hopefully the Lux oscillator lines up so I can get in. But if it doesn't, what are you losing? Next one. So the people who would do scalp, I would probably look at Euro JPY. It's coming up to a well-known resistance zone, so it might be in your favor for those people who do scalp. This one, this is everywhere. When I see a chart like this, I don't even touch it. I just move on to the next one. That's not something I want to see. Consolidation, it's everywhere. Just it looks bad. it's not for me, guys. It's not for me. So this one right here, it's going up. Lux oscillator is at the top. The trend is pretty exhausted in my opinion. Most likely I'm going to be looking for a sell, and this is probably one that I'm probably going to have to wait for like a couple days, which is fine. I'm fine with waiting. So I'm going to have to wait for this to come back down to a sell, because I've had opportunities to get in and I didn't, and I've missed all my opportunities to get in. So now that I've missed them, I'm looking for another opportunity, which is a sell, because a lot of times y'all will miss the opportunity to get into a trade, and then you'll get in at the end of the trade and then come back to me telling me that you lost. Doesn't work like that. So if the trend, if the trend looks like it's going on for a while, regardless of if it's going to keep going, don't take your chances. Simple. You can always get into another trade. So this one right here, is going to go on the bookmark list, but just as a sell for later on this week. I'll probably be checking it. Not today, probably Monday, Tuesday, but most likely it usually comes around on Wednesday, middle of the week. This one. Okay, this one is in a sell. GBP JPY. With this one, Lux oscillator formed directly over the little change, which is like a whitish part, which is fine. It can also form a little bit back here, because like I said, indicators aren't perfect. If it's forming all the way back here, I'm not getting in. But if it's forming around here somewhere, just a little bit off, I'll get in. I'll take that chance. With this one, it's been coming up, coming down, coming up. So basically with this one, green candles always almost showing, a reversal. So I'm going to come down. With this one, a lot of times you don't just get in. Wait for it to reverse. Or wait for that candle. If it starts going back down, get in at a smaller position. But this one I'm going to be waiting for it to reverse. And then once, like I said with the other one, once the PP signal change, the 10 one, once it changes to green and then changes back, then I will be getting in. You have to wait for it to change back. You can't get in still on green, because if you get in on green, sometimes it'll keep trending up and it won't stop. So wait for it to change back green. Even if it's going down, wait for it to change back green, because sometimes that waiting will keep you out of losing. So just wait for it. That one's going on the watch list as a sell also. This one, it's a lot of signals. When signals popping up like that, this is a long-term strategy. So when you're having short-term signals popping up at every high and low, don't get in, because now you can just see, I can draw a big box. It's consolidation right here. I wouldn't get into it. Look at the Lux oscillator. It's going everywhere. So if it looks like this, just skip over it. It's not worth your time. Check it in a few days. NZD JPY. This is it's an exhausted trend. So it's been trending for a good a while, a few days. With this one, it's been testing the 200 PP signal. It's been testing it. It's probably going to come back up and test it again. Even though this is a blue, it's probably going to come back up, test it, and then I'm thinking it's going to drop. So, because the signal is exhausted, you got to sell. You got to sell right here, and it crossed the line. So now I'm looking for sells anyways. So another thing, even though it crosses the line, you don't have to look for sales. But if you got in somewhere back here and you got all this, you're looking for sales regardless of where it's at, because you already got your pips. You already got your buy. You're looking for sales regardless. I'm just looking for sales just because trend is exhausted and I don't think it'll last very long. So I'm looking for sales. It's probably going to come back up, and yeah, it's probably going to come back up, test the line, and then I'm thinking it's going to come down. So your people who scalp, I am putting this one on my bookmark, NZDJPY. You can scalp it on the pullback when it does do that. So people who scalp, you can do that. With gold, although this strategy does work, I used to trade gold literally on the ups and downs, and I used to make profit all the time. The thing is, sometimes, this strategy right here, I would literally trade gold ups and downs and just straight win every single time. Just ups and down, up, down. You still got it. That little movement right there is enough. down. You can literally trade this on the ups and downs. Now, ouch, I don't know about the 5 minute or nothing, but nah, it's good on longer time frames. With the gold, although it does work, I still use my gold strategy to trade. And gold is a different thing. I use the 15 minute to trade, but I use the 30 minute to piggyback off of it. So whatever the 30 minute says sell, it says sell. So I go on the 15 minute, regardless of if the 15 minute tells me to buy. When I get a sell signal, I sell, because at the end of the day, the higher time frames are more true to the trend. So I use the 15 and the 30 minute together. Whatever the 30 minute says, I go off that and I go to the 15 minute to trade it. I never bookmark gold just because I check it hourly. So it's no point in bookmarking it. Oh, let me go to the next one on here. Okay, you got AUD USD. And you can see whoever got in this one down here, you got you some money. And if you got in this one right here, oh yeah, this is a back-to-back. That's back-to-back pips right there. If you did get in this trade, you're killing it. With this one right here, let me zoom in a little bit. So this trend has been going on for a good bit, and actually, this is a well-respected resistance zone. So even though this one hasn't, let me draw a box just for those people who would like to maybe see it. It's been hitting it every time. So with this one, you already looking for sales. You could scalp this one easily. You're looking for sales on this one. But for the people who go in long term, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bookmark it, and we're gonna wait till everything changes, everything lines up. It's gonna reverse, and then we're gonna get in after that reversal. I always get in after reversals just to be safe. So this is a well-respected resistance zone. And I could probably draw this box a little bit smaller since I am on the hourly chart. But yeah, this is, you can tell right here, well-respected, got the resistance zone up there. So yeah, people who scalp, you could probably get a good, good pips out of this one. USD CAD, I don't really like the way this one looks, if I'm being honest. It's a lot of signals. I don't really like that. Even though it's a downtrend, you probably would be looking for a buy. I just don't like the way this looks right now. So most likely I'll come back. I'm not going to bookmark it now, but I'll come back later on in the week and look at it if it's a buy. But if I were, I'll be looking for buys. But it's not worth my time. With this one, 200 and the Lux oscillator are already blue. This strong signal formed fairly close to it. So you can get in this. It's already reversing. So most likely it's gonna have a buy, a sell order somewhere up here. And then it'll come back down, hopefully. I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm thinking. I will have a sell order somewhere up here. Watch it a little bit, and then if it doesn't hit it, get in whenever the 200, whatever the 10 pp signal changes back to blue. But with this one, you'll be looking for a sell, and I will bookmark this one just because it's already started reversing. So maybe it's like going to be a small reversal because it's a big wick, and it's already a sell. It's already coming down. So maybe it's going to reverse a little bit and come right back down. So you can either put a sell order up here, and you can wait for it to come back down. Most likely it's going to drop though. With Euro CAD, consolidation, it just looks ugly. Not worth my time skipping over that one. This one has been using the 200 as a resistance zone. So when that happens, you're either going to look for the pullback or you're going to look for a breakthrough. Since the Lux oscillator is at the top, most likely you're going to be looking for a breakthrough with the sell, just because it's at the top. It's been a smooth trend, and both of everything's down. So most likely I'm going to be looking for a breakthrough, and yeah, I'm looking for a sell on this one definitely. With the Bitcoin, I rarely trade Bitcoin. I have a strategy. It's not ready for the public yet. That's probably going to be the last strategy that I do release. like new strategy, unless someone like, yeah, because I don't trade indices or whatever, so I'm not gonna make something for a strategy. I don't trade. It's not. It's wasting my time. Bitcoin is probably gonna be the last strategy that comes. I will update strategies, but I don't have any plans to make a new strategy unless this one just becomes unprofitable, which is probably rare. So unless this one just out of the blue stops making money, I will be making a new strategy. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep updating them as Lux updates their system, because every time they update something, it does sometimes change it. Not all the time, the small updates, but it does. So these are the pairs that I'm watching. You can do the same on your list if you want to. Like I said, it's pretty easy. I could have went through this video way faster, but I kind of tried to go a little bit in depth in what I'll be expecting for it to do. And if it doesn't meet my expectations, don't trade it. Simple as that. It's a win-win regardless. If you win the trade. You win if you don't get in. Because if you got in and it's a loser, that's not a win. So it's a win-win either way. Yeah, for my signals, like I said, it'll be $25 on the little half off till Wednesday night. After Wednesday night, it's going to be full price. So all those people who are complaining and make me laugh, I read all your comments. Some of those are funny. But all of those people, here's your chance. But yeah, that's it for the video today, guys.